So right now, I'm going to take pictures of my first project that I made of this year, 2026. And it is this fox, brand new pattern that I learned. I love him. I love it. I'm sorry. I even got more. I already bought yarn already. I bought 2 more skeins of this and a black so that I can make a couple more of these guys because I'm obsessed with this pattern. I love it. And I can put it down where I got the pattern from. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. So, but I love him. I only did one thing different, which was like she used 2 different colors, like accent, like another orange, which I didn't do that because it was hard enough to try and find this. So, but I will probably order that yarn that she used because that's the same yarn I use with brunette. So, but with the ears on this next one, I'm going to use pink instead of that, so that it looks a little bit better. I don't know how it's gonna turn out like on the back, but I'm gonna find out because I love him and I need to make more. And one thing I don't really understand is that his tail isn't stuffed, which it's fine because it like puffs up on its own, so you can like flatten it, or it like puffs up on its own. Okay, it's the next day, and I got my yarn delivered, technically. The dad dropped it off, so I ended up getting 2 Cozy Occasion Yarn Bee butternut medallion for my foxes. I've shown you that. I took pictures of it. If not, I'll put them on the screen. And I also got a black for the same reason. So I can work on those, and I need another one so that I can make my miniature bees. So we're doing great. It's made it to like a couple days in 2026 and we already bought yarn. So we're doing fantastic. Yesterday I went ahead and finished off this beanie. I didn't record that because it was late at night. It was like, I don't know what time when I finished it. I got one of those. And I started working on this again. I'm about halfway through it now. I only got so far on it because I ended up running out of skein and it was wet on like this like first half or whatever, so I stopped. But I don't like how I connected it. You probably can't see it, but it's right there. I don't like how I weaved in my ends because it was at a weird spot to end, but I didn't want to like undo a bunch either. So that's that. Yeah. And now I'm gonna work on this for a little bit before I go do other stuff. I'm hoping to get this done today. I have like 20 rows left, but beanies always take forever. So, especially when you're crocheting them. I know people can knit them like really fast or whatever, but I can make like 2 of these in a day if I like push it. But I just haven't been crocheting every day. So, go and look at the beanie. So last night I started both of the beanies, but I only got like 2 rows in on the purple one. Okay, 3, because it's like thin compared to what I'm used to using, which is really weird. It like really thinned out after I started working with it. And I was so gonna work on my big dinosaur or something, but I actually ended up working on the brown and green beanie. And I got actually like halfway done with it. Like 29 rows of it out of 54. So that's really surprising. I'm glad that I worked on it. I was surprised I didn't get bored, but I think with the color change every 2 rows, I think it went easier so that I like didn't get bored of one color. But I definitely think that I'm gonna make another one of these because the green's kind of running out, but I do have another skein of that. And this, it's barely going anywhere. Like I barely used like any of it, so I'm gonna use more of that. probably going to make a second one, just so that I use up more of the yarn. But I'm currently going through all my crochet stuff again. But I am going to wind both of these so that I can use them for my foxes. Because I sold the first one already, so I'm going to make 2 more. And I'm going to try the pink in the ears on one of them, the first one I make, and then we'll see. Because they do take a long time, like longer than I thought they did, so I did end up finishing that beanie today. That was nice. It's a little bit smaller than I like it to be. And I think that's because the yarn is stiffer than I thought it was, especially the green. But it fits my head fine, and I have a big head, so it'll be fine. Like, I stretched it down and everything, so it should be fine. And I do have enough yarn with the light brown to make another one with that other green. Well, what's left of this green and that other green. And I would do a couple more rows and like longer if I didn't again. And I did end up yarn winding those 2 skeins of yarn bee. And my hands are kind of starting to hurt from using acrylic and from the texture and everything, so I am going to switch to making a fox now. And I'm hoping to get the head and the tail done at least, or the body, which is a good goal because I'm probably only going to crochet for like 2 hours and then on and off the rest of the night, so let's hope that we can get that done. Well, not done, but like a good portion of it started. I was going to do the head and the tail, and I ended up doing the body, which it went fine, but like, okay. Well, now it's fine. The stuffing must have settled. The butt looked really flat, but it looks better now. And on the feet, I don't know if it's because of where my color changes were, but the feet are like messed up. On this side. No, the camera looks fine, like right here. But I think it's just because of where my color change was, which no one else can notice that, just me. So, yeah, I'm going to bed now. I'll do the head and the tail tomorrow. This took me almost 2 hours. And I thought I was going pretty fast, but I don't think I was. Okay, so I indeed did not work on that fox that night or the day after. Well, I tried to work on it last night, but it went horribly. So I tried to do all my color changes and everything while I was preoccupied, and the count, it's so off. I think I missed a row because I have a count, the right amount of stitches for row 5, and I'm on row 6. Like, I'm missing like an entire row of increases, so I don't know where I went wrong, so I'm gonna have to completely tear that apart. But I ended up working on a beanie like on and off for like an hour. I ended up getting quite a bit done on it. I ended up finishing a little skein, and I tied it off to the bigger skein, and then I didn't get anywhere else on it. So I ended up getting 16 rows done out of like 52, which is nice. I just couldn't work on that fox last night for whatever reason, so we're gonna try it again now. And we are gonna finish it today. I don't care what's going on, we are going to finish it. So I figured it out. I did actually do it right, by the way, if you're wondering. I think on that last row that I did, I just did an extra increase during the color switch, and that's why it was a stitch off and not me. And I also realized I counted it up wrong too, so I definitely could have kept going on this last night. But with all the color changes and everything, I probably would have dropped it anyways. So it's fine. I'm gonna work on it now. See if it should only take me maybe an hour or 2, so I'll definitely finish it. So I did go ahead and do the pink ears, and I was worried about it showing up like in here, but with the ears, they're gonna be like that anyways, so it's fine. Like, I'm gonna keep doing it that way. But I did end up missing half double in this ear, which doesn't make it like curve or whatever, but I barely even noticed it, and it's fine, so I'm just gonna keep it like that. So I did finish him. It's still early. It didn't even take me an hour. And I just kind of sewed on his head, kind of willy-nilly. I definitely like the pink, so I'm going to keep it with that instead of doing orange in the ears. And I think I might honestly change it. I ended up missing that that double crochet that was in there on this one area, but I like how it perks up more than this one like curls around on itself. So I am going to end up doing it this way. So I am going to change the pattern a little bit. I am just going to do it that way instead of this way. But yeah, there's him. Now I'm going to go ahead and work on the snuggler that I found. I knew I had a snuggler that I like started, but I didn't know that I did. I have all the body parts, like the head and the body, and then I have the 4 feet too. So I just have to sew it on and do the face details. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then after that, I don't know if I'm going to work on the beanie or that big dinosaur. I've been saying I'm going to work on that big dinosaur and I haven't. I got the whole body done of it. Like, here's proof. I just haven't done any of the details. I haven't done the tail, the feet, the arms, any of the spikes. Because I just don't like sewing. And that takes a lot of sewing. And the spikes are like that big. So, it's just a pain because they're small. But, I do have another one of him to make too. But I'm only gonna... I need to finish him first. So, I'll let you know when I get done. So I went ahead and finished the snuggler. It took me like 20 minutes. I could have easily done that after I made the legs. But yeah. Snuggler is done. I'm not sure what project I'm doing next though. So I was just about to start on this big dinosaur, but I just realized I have no idea if I used an 8mm or a 6.5. But I think if I used the 8mm, it would have been in the bag with it, and it's not in there. Or it would have been in my box. So, I think we're just gonna go with the 6.5 for now. And then see, like do one of the legs and see. I don't think it's gonna make that big of a difference, but I just hope it's the right size. So I went ahead and just did one of his feet to see, and it's really small compared to what his normal leg is. Like, it's almost the size of what his arm would be, which, yeah, definitely an 8mm, not a 6.5. I'm gonna go find that, and then we'll finish him. Just fit. He's done. So it's actually the next day. I did work on this beanie for a bit last night. Now I'm on row like 42. So I am going to go ahead and finish this today. This is really the only thing I really want to get finished today. Besides, I might start another beanie or I'm going to do another fox. I haven't decided quite yet, but this is the only thing that I really want to get done today. Otherwise, I don't really have any WIPS. I finished that big dinosaur the other day, and that snuggler I finished. I do have a Tunisian crochet scarf, but I think I am going to scrap that. And I have a bag, but I think I'm going to end up scrapping that too and probably making a beanie out of that yarn. But for right now, I'm just going to work on this. Okay, so this is like days later. I did end up finishing that beanie that night. Then I did end up making this one. And I didn't do the whole row of chain of... I did it a couple short because I thought it was going to be short, but it wasn't. But you can still have a little bit of a rim when you put it on and everything, so it's fine. But that's going to be the end of this. And hope you enjoyed. If not, that's okay.